All right, so now before you get into actually creating your superhero and finishing the working toward the project portion of it, I want to go over the rubric with you so you know what's expected. So, first of all, the title needs to be something creative, a creative name of the superhero element, and it needs to either include the element symbol, so if you're doing calcium, it would be Ca, or part of the element name. So, like you would use part of the name calcium in the name of your superhero. But you're not just going to call him calcium, that's boring. Make it unique, make it creative. Um, so you're going to lose a point if you just call him like Calcium Man or Calcium Woman or Calcium Hero. Like that isn't going to get you many points, like the full 2 points. Make sure that you're being creative. Superhero's background. So you're going to be writing 2 paragraphs total. And 1 paragraph should be the superhero's background, and that's going to be a story that clearly explains how the superhero got the powers and uses them, or your villain if you're doing a villain. Um, and then the power and element characteristics. You are going to have 3 powers that accurately match the characteristics of the element. So if you say that your character helps with fires, but they melt really easily, then that's not going to work as a superpower because it conflicts. So your powers have to match the characteristics. If your character can't withstand high temperatures, then you shouldn't be saying that it's capable of fighting off fires. So I hope that part makes sense. So you need to have 3 powers accurately described in order to get full credit. You're going to have a drawing of your hero or villain that is going to show the character and their powers. Labels or short descriptions are needed, so that way I can tell what it is. So if you draw like an accessory on their arm that is going to like launch out something, then you need to label that. Let's say it launches, I don't know, diamonds, or maybe it's going to launch ping pong balls, but it would have to relate to your element, obviously. But you need to label what the accessory is on the drawing, and you would need to include a short description of what it does if you don't already have that listed somewhere else. Colors and symbols of your character need to relate to the element or its products. So some of the elements are clear, but if you're going to say that like your element mixes with another one to create a toxic gas, then you can make it the color of whatever that toxic gas is. If your element mixes with another element and it becomes a different color, and that mixture of the 2 elements is going to work together to do something, then you can make it whatever color that makes. Otherwise, and you should probably explain that a little bit. Other in your story part, just saying that it mixes with something else to make whatever makes that color. Because if you don't include that, I'm not going to have a clue where you got the color from. So make sure that there is background in that. Otherwise, if you don't have any description as to why it's the color that it is, then I'm expecting it to be the color that you have listed on your research. Okay? The story should be typed and it has to make sense and should be spell checked. If you're going to handwrite it, that's fine. It should be very well handwritten, so make sure you're neat. And then it can go on the piece of paper that you're going to do for like your final picture and drawing, so on and so forth. Okay, so the research part, that is just completing the front side of the worksheet, the back side of the worksheet, and having your atomic drawing accurate and complete. So as long as you complete the paperwork, you're going to have 8 points right off the bat, as long as you have the whole paperwork completed and good effort and quality. Creativity and effort, if it shows that you didn't spend much time on it, you're not going to be getting those points. So make sure that you're using your time to make a good quality project.